Yo, what's up, snipers, and welcome back to our Minnesota Wild GM mode. So, in last episode, we made two big trades, sending Jonas Brodin to the Vancouver Canucks and getting back a decent defensive prospect in Chuck Knubel. And then we also got back their first round pick, but we also had to actually give up our third, I just remembered. So we basically moved up in the draft and we got younger, which is good. And then our biggest trade was by far when we sent Victor Arvidsson to the Tampa Bay Lightning. We got back a medium top 6 prospect who could potentially become a second line forward. And then we also got back Alex Killorn just to retain some salary, and then a first and a second. So it was a pretty nice trade all around. So let's go up here into the draft now. I showed you guys the draft class in last episode, but I still don't know who I'm going to choose because I don't know who these guys, like if these guys are going to be, who's going to be the best one at our spot. So we're drafting third overall. We could always go after a right winger because we have a decent amount of centers, but if we could get this top center guy, I think that's who I'm going to go after because we don't really have a top center. I don't know if Soure is going to grow to be that top center. This guy definitely would be. Otherwise, I think we should go for a right winger. This defenseman would be nice, but we have a lot of defensemen already, so I think we go for one of the right wingers or one of the centermen. And that's, yeah. Okay. Also, one thing I wanted to point out, there's this guy named, what's his first name even? Can I even get into his info? Yes, I can. Kyle Motzko. This guy's supposed to go first round as well. He's an exact elite goaltender. So we might be able to snap him up with our pick from the Vancouver Canucks because the Vancouver Canucks got eliminated in 5 games in round 1. And then there's also Tampa Bay's pick, which they got eliminated in round 1 as well in 7 games. So we should have two pretty decent picks, like 15th to, well, maybe not 15th, like 16th to 20th. So that's not too bad. This goalie should be a medium elite, but you never know. So that's basically who I want to draft. And then there's also some other guys that are in later rounds that I also pinned. So okay, and also for this offseason, I don't know what we're going to do in regards to signings and trades and stuff like that. I'm going to have to make it up as we go. So let's start up the draft and see what we can get. San Jose and Chicago got the first 2 picks. Chicago actually moved up a lot, I believe. We got the third. We moved up 1 spot, and the Islanders and Buffalo, that's your top 5. So without further ado, let's see who San Jose goes after. And I edited the trading block a bit, so the trading block has one of our low leads that wasn't growing well on her and some other people. So let's hope that we get some trade offers maybe. So San Jose, let's see who they go with for the first overall pick. It's going to be Yell. Wow, okay, they go with the right winger, 80 overall. So we might end up getting that center guy if Chicago doesn't take him, but I have a feeling Chicago might want to take him considering Jonathan Toews probably is retired by now or getting close to it. So let's see who Chicago goes with, and Chicago goes with the defenseman. Okay, so we could get that center like I want. I think the center was the best player out of all the players because I was doing this little test thing. Basically, I was adding up all the numbers from here and dividing it by the number of numbers to see if there was what their overall average was. And I think Schultz had the best of it. Like, it looks like this is the order it's supposed to go in, that Jenkins is supposed to go, then Schultz. So I don't know exactly, but let's just look again. Jenkins, he's got solid shot. Not decent defense already. Pretty good, some good physical categories. Really good skater for sure. Senses wise, we're not 100% sure with that. Let's see, because like look at all these stats, it looks a lot better. I feel Bear Schultz was the better one, so let's go with Bear Schultz here. I think he's going to be the better of the two. It doesn't really matter because we're getting a medium elite no matter what. So Bear Schultz, welcome to the Minnesota Wild. 80 overall, okay, so I'll take that considering the other two were 80 overall. This guy's going to be jumping into our lineup this coming season, which means we might have to, we might not have to. We might have to release some players during free agency and stuff like that. So let's just see who the Islanders go with just to make sure. Okay, 78. So Jenkins was worse. So Schultz is the better of the two. We made a good choice there. And Bentley goes to the Buffalo Sabres. I thought Bentley was going to be the worst of the two, because when I did the averages, it said that his was like an 80.33, and he's actually a 75, so it makes sense. But yeah, so let's continue just simulating the first round, because that's what we always do. So Paxpoo is the guy that goes after the top 5 to the Detroit Red Wings. Looks like a pretty solid draft for the most part. Like a 70 overall going at 7th round. Our next pick, I don't know what it's at. Taves goes to Montreal. Like goes to the Pittsburgh Penguins. A lot of guys are actually AHL ready if they could actually make it. But since a lot of them are Canadian people from like the WHL, they might not be able to make it. Regier goes to Colorado. Madison Bowie. Oh yeah, we wanted to trade Bowie away. You know what? Actually, I might want to do this. Is I said Bowie wasn't happy here, and we move out our 5th, but we get another first round pick. You know what? This is going to have to help the rebuild. So there you go. What? Trading away Tommy Kilgore? I never traded away Tommy Kilgore. Did I just trade away Tommy Kilgore accidentally? What? I didn't trade away Tommy Kilgore. What is this team smoking? I didn't trade away Tommy Kilgore. What? Tommy Kilgore in a 5th? No, it's... I swear, didn't it say Madison Bowie, guys? I might be just losing it, but what the hell? Let's just make a trade for a second. Let's just make a trade and see. I didn't trade away Tommy Kilgore. What? Why is Madison Bowie still there? What the hell is this? Okay, this is a bunch of baloney. I don't even know how that happened. So who did I just trade Tommy Kilgore to? Carolina. I want Kilgore back. I'll give them Bowie straight up for him. I don't know why that happened. Yeah, you know what? Screw that. I'm going to, Bowie. And we're also going to throw in, let's throw in something. I don't know why that even happened. Or did I just not read it properly? I'm pretty sure it said Bowie. You know what? Let's add in, they want Ryan Murphy as well. Maybe over the salary cap. God damn it. Let's go to skaters matching block. Oh, that was a mistake. What the hell? Eric Stahl. Sent him back to Carolina. You know what? We could always send him back to Carolina. But they'd be over salary cap as well. Still. Who's somebody that doesn't have a lot of salary? It has like 2 years left. Red Dish. Yeah, I think Reddish could move out. We'll give them Taylor Reddish. So they're getting that right winger that they currently have, and Bowie. There you go. That was stupid. I don't even know. I thought it said Bowie. I must have read the first trade and then thought it said the same for the second trade. So, but at least we still have that first round pick, which is good. Okay. I don't know if that was for next year even or whatnot. So let's just hope the elite goaltender does not go. 18th. Where do we pick next? 24th. Oh, okay. 24th, 26th, and 27th. So we got a couple big picks coming up, but I don't know if we're going to be able to get that goaltender. You can see him going soon. Gabo goes to Boston. Cavallo goes to Calgary. Oh, there's another medium elite. And Demore to the Sens. Carlson to the St. Louis Blues. Oh, Motzko goes to the Oilers. The Oilers always take all these elite players, I swear. So we just barely miss out on that medium elite goaltender that I wanted. Okay, so what should we go with now? We do need more better prospects from the wing. Another centerman, no. Jones doesn't look like it's really that good anymore for draft picks, but we have a couple in a row. So Lindsay, I don't really want to get another defenseman, to be honest. Let's go with Roman Beran from the Czech Republic. Okay, top 6 forward. That's good, actually, considering there was ones that weren't top 6 just beforehand. So there you go. Party goes to New Jersey. offensive defenseman. Kent Subban, defensive defenseman. Malone. I might go with Malone, low top 9. He might end up being something better than that. But there's a right winger. Actually, right wing, 17 years of age. Doesn't have the most accurate statistics, though. Let's just go with the right winger. Medium top 9. Okay, that's not horrible. Still could be NHL bound, and it's our pick again. So let's go with our last pick of the first round. We're going to go with, let's just go with Malone. Jared Malone. Welcome aboard from Switzerland. Top 6 forward. Okay. Not a bad first round. Got a couple top 6s, and then we also got our medium elite guy. Second round pick, 4th overall was... Let's see, what do we want to go after? Top 9 for Pavelski, Reed Pavelski, he's an exact top 9. Stallberg, top 9 sniper. You know what, let's go with him since he's from Sweden. Why not? Top 9 forward, so we're getting a lot of top 9s and top 6s in this draft, so it's a pretty deep draft for the most part. We have another second. This one's from the Tampa Bay Lightning. What should we go after? I'm going to have to play back this video and see if I actually did try and trade away Kilger, because I didn't mean to. I meant to trade away Bowie. It said Bowie, though, I'm pretty sure. Gabriel Huey, high top 4, so this guy could be a low top 4, probably. Let's just go with him, why not? Medium top 60, okay, that's not horrible. He could be in the NHL maybe in a couple of years, I don't know. Depends on how he grows. Domi for a second and a third. I'm not looking to be a contender this next coming season. I want to be a contender once we got all our prospects in, so no thank you, Arizona. I guess they're going through a rebuild stage. Jake Gensel for a second and a 6th. I can't take that. How old is Gensel even? I'm not going to do this deal, but he's an 82 and enlisted as a second line forward, and he's 28. No, thank you. Okay, so our 6th round pick now, because I guess we have a 6th. We don't have a 3rd, 4th, 5th. But with our 6th round pick, German guy, Emil Fritzsche, Helm, unknown. I like unknowns. Tyrone Helm. Welcome aboard. We need wingers too, so why not? Bottom 6 forward, okay. Sim to user pick. No, I do not want Gensel. And Minnesota, its last pick here in the 7th round. Kuznetsov, Simon. We need still another goaltending prospect, high fringe starter. I'm going to try just drafting this guy because we might need a goalie prospect down the road. Medium fringe starter, okay. So, that should be it for this draft, right? Yep. Pretty decent draft all around. So we got Schultz. That guy's going to be our stud coming into the NHL next season. I'm hoping he grows really good and he becomes our first line center pretty soon. And then Baran. And then we also got Bull, Malone, Stallberg, Huey, Helm, and Simon. Not too bad. So he basically gave up higher round picks to get lower round picks, which is not too bad. It helps out our rebuilding stage, kind of. So let's go on to the re-sign phase now. So I don't think there's anybody huge that we have to re-sign now, if I remember correctly, because we traded away a lot of our older guys. But we are going to have to get back some big free agents, because or else we're going to be way below the salary cap, I think. So let's see. UFAs. Who do we have for UFAs? Eric Stahl. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get Stahl back, but he wants an extension. Timashev, I want to try and get back maybe because he's cheap and he's decent. Ernie and Yarncroc, I don't know about keeping them. Yeah, a lot of these guys could always just get released. And then in goalies for UFAs, Jerry, I'd like to get back and he wants an extension, so that's decent. Kakinen and McCulloch for the AHL. RFAs, Ruchin needs an upgrade of contract. Same with Knubel. Boorman could come back for the AHL probably. Goaltenders, Corson needs a contract, so that's the big fish that we need to re-sign. So anyways, guys, I'm going to re-sign everybody that I can, and I'll get back to you guys in a bit. Okay, guys, so we had a lot of players that did not want to re-sign with us. The reason being is because of how we played last year, so we're going to have to pick up a ton of pieces here in free agency. But we did get our younger guys back that wanted to. Tristan Jarry didn't want to come back. Well, he did, but he wanted a lot more money than I wanted to give him, so we're going to see if we could find some free agents that could come and play for this team, because we need a lot of players. Larkin is one of those guys that I wouldn't mind keep bringing in. Let's just take a look at what we need first before we look at the free agents available. Let's see, so where do I go again? Oh, yeah, contracts. I think mostly what we need is wingers, because we have some center prospects and stuff like that. So main roster centers, what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? Actually, we are good for centers. Each of these guys can play in their positions. Larry Sewer may make the jump as well. Same with Lindstrom, might be playing in the NHL. So centers, we are good. Left wingers, we need 3 more left wingers at least, or we could play a center actually as left wingers. So we need maybe 1 more left winger, and we definitely need a couple right wingers. Defenseman 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we might be almost good for defenseman 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because I think Hodges might make the jump this year. So yeah, I think we're good for defensemen. We just need more right wingers and left wingers. And then we also need some, I think, we need a backup goaltender as well. And then also, we need some AHL stuff, but I'm going to just let the computer sign the players for the AHL to help out, because we had to release a couple AHL guys because our AHL team played like shit last year, like they've been playing for the last few years. I did release both goaltenders for the AHL just because Kakinen, I think, is the reason they've been doing really bad. So, okay, let's see. So we need to go affordable first, and we need to go left wingers. So Max Patcher ready, that's not horrible, but actually right wingers was the one we need most, I think. Phil Kessel's pretty old, need a writer. Bring back Nino, but I don't think he'd want to come here because he's probably wanting to win now. Nick Patan, there's nothing really available. Oh man, our team might suck this year again. Well, that's the hope at least. Anyways, let's see if we could get Patan. I wouldn't mind Nick Patan. 2 years at 3.1. What about 1 year? Let's go 1 year at 3.250. How's Larkin's face-off stats? 77. We could always use him as a left winger on the first line. But does he want to come to us? I don't know. 7 years at $8 million. That's a lot of money. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do that because we have so much good prospects. Matt Duchesne as well. Newest member of the Ottawa Senators, Nick Ritchie. Yo, Nick Ritchie would be good. 2 years at 7.5. We'll bump you up to 2 years at $8 million. He's going to be our big one for signing people. JVR, 83. It's not horrible, but he's old. 27 as well. Lekkonen's serviceable. I'll give him a 1 year deal at 4.250. So that's 3 potential players. We need a backup goalie for sure. That's our main need. Other than Tristan Jarry, there's Soderstrom. Soderstrom actually was the guy that was with wait, was this in this GM mode? I don't think so actually. I saw him get up to an 89 and he played really good in the playoffs, so I think we're gonna sign him for a 1 year deal at 2.4. I'm going to give them more than they want just because that way we actually get them. So Soderstrom, and I think that's almost all we need. We might need a couple more wingers. What else was there for right wingers? James Neal, Josh Bailey. Let's just check potential players. Low elite. There's a low elite. Nice. We'll get him for the AHL club, I think. give him a chance because I seem to be growing low leads pretty solidly. So there's a medium elite. Nice. We'll give him a contract, but he's already 20. But we'll still give him a contract for the AHL club. Center wise, we need to get a lot more prospects in this organization anyways. Isaac Ratcliffe. Let's go by overall again. I think we might have enough almost. Guess we could play some of our centers as wingers. You know what? The last one let's bring in. Hey, let's bring in Pontus Aber back again for 1 year. He's a solid player, so I don't know if he's gonna come over here, but we'll give him a chance. Hopefully, all these guys want to sign with us, because I don't know who else we're gonna be able to sign. So let's put this into next season. Come on, guys. So Chipchura, the one young low elite guy, has signed with us. And the medium elite signs with Vegas instead. Okay, that's fine, because I don't know if he's ever going to pan out. And he's an enforcer, too, so you never know. Patan has accepted. Lehkonen has accepted. Aberg has rejected. Soderstrom has accepted. So we got almost everybody. And Nick Ritchie has accepted. Nice. That's the big one. Now let's take a look at our contracts again. Just make sure we have a decent amount of players. And cap as well, because we need to retain cap space. We needed maybe some defensemen too, didn't we? Shit. I might have to trade somehow for a defenseman. Or just leave it this. Actually, yeah, we don't need really a defenseman, because these guys are all going to grow. Hodges is actually up to a 77 now. Knuble is going to be playing in the NHL. Ruchin's going to be. So yeah, I think we're good for defensemen. So, actually, I was going to check the wingers, just make sure we have a decent amount, because I don't want to have a shortage of players come the season. So, well, there's going to be more UFAs and stuff like that at the start of the season, and we could always sign, but we only have one right winger. It's not good. Left wingers, we have 3 left wingers, and then we have how many extra centers? Like a couple, like 2 at least. So yeah, I think we should be fine now. Yep. Okay, let's just sim to next season, and I'll see you guys back up there with my edited lines and all that stuff. So see you guys in a sec. Okay guys, so our team doesn't look too bad overall wise. So as you can see on the first line, we got Kaprizov with Granlund and Richie. We'll just leave that the same. So our stud first line. Then we got the second line, we got Lehkonen, Kunin, and Patan. Third line, we got Kilger, who is also making the NHL from the Tampa Bay trade. Fourth line forward now, with Bear Schultz, who's listed as a third line scoring forward. So that's nice, and he's only 18. There's his individual stats if you guys want to see. Hopefully he grows a lot this season, and he's also really solid defensively already. So we're looking for big things from Bear Schultz. And let's see. Wait, actually, I want to check something. Okay. And Joel Eriksson X going to play on the wing, considering Bear Schultz has actually better face-off stats than him. His is 80, and Eriksson X is 76. Fourth line, we got Larry Sure making the NHL. He has worse face-offs than Lundstrom, not Sundstrom. So Lundestrom is going to play in the center. And in Sokolov, we're going to probably find a replacement for him with whatever's left for free agents. Defensively, we got Ruchin on the top 2 with Matthew Dumba. So that should help out his growth playing with a veteran like Dumba. And then McCoshen with Murphy, just an older kind of defensive pairing. And then we got Knuble down here playing with Kent Hodges, who makes the NHL for the first time as a top 6 defenseman. So I'm hoping he grows a lot too. And then goaltending wise, we got Darcy Corson, who's up to an 85 now. And our backup, Linus Soderstrom, who's an 82. So our team doesn't look too bad, but our scratch players, we're going to leave Borman as one of our scratches, but I would like to send Chizen back down to the minors. So we might look for some depth forwards as well. And then in the AHL, I haven't checked this out yet. Gonchar's up to a 72, so he's actually making his way up to maybe making the NHL team one day. I don't know for sure if he's going to, but you never know. Let's see, any good prospects down here that I did not mention? I don't think so. Doesn't look like it. And then offensively, Victor Schrader, our lowly defenseman's up to a 70, so he could also be NHL bound in a couple years. Actually, Lemaire, I need to put him on the forward core. Same with Forsberg. Oh wait, actually, we have all forwards on defense. That's not good down there. But I don't know if these guys are going to grow that way if they play on those positions, because those are our better prospects almost. And we'll just leave it, because the HL team could kind of rebuild that way. And then we just got some random free agent goaltenders and stuff like that. So that's that. Let's just see what's available on the free agent screen, just because we want to find maybe a couple more players to put on our fourth line instead. Well, at least one winger, maybe a depth guy, just to replace players like Chizen and whatnot. So let's see what is still available. So Brian Rust, any right wingers? Doesn't look like any good right wingers. Michael McCarron is better though. Michael McCarron might not be that bad. Just wants over just $1 million. He could stand up for youngsters as well. He's not got that good of he's got a good shot, good skating. Not the best defensively. I think maybe more of a defensive player. McLeod's an RFA, that's why he's still there. Krejci. None of these guys are really good defensively. Nobody even signed Killorn. Merch is pretty decent. You know what? Actually, we'll give Merch a contract. He could play on the right side instead of the left side. And then we also could always pick up a better depth defenseman as well. O'Gara. There's also Nielsen. You know what? Nielsen's not that bad. He wants a two-way deal as well. Yeah, and we could give him a one-way deal. He should be fine with that. There you go. Hopefully these guys want to come play with us. Let's just sim a couple days ahead. Hopefully they get to us before the start of the preseason. If not, then that's fine if we sim a few preseason games already. And they should say back, yep, Merch is signed with us and Nielsen is accepted. So we got two new people. Let's just edit the lines again. This episode might be going a bit long. I don't know for sure because I have to make a couple edits to it, obviously. So go to roster moves here. I don't know if it's going to sign into the minors right away. Yes, it is. So Merch and Nielsen, you guys could come up. And then we're going to send down, where is he? Chizen and... in the system, not in the system. We're gonna send down. Should we send down? No, I'm not gonna send down Sokolov. Actually, we're just gonna send down Chizen, and that's it. There you go. At least it also helps our cap problem, just in case we almost fall below the cap. So edit lines again, and let's see. So we're gonna go here and put in, who was it? Merch. And that also wise, I could put Kilger on the fourth line because I'd rather have Kilger playing in his role because I think they grow better that way. And who else do we have? Okay, yeah, that's good. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of our Minnesota Wild GM mode. So next episode, we're going to sim all the way up to the trade deadline and probably have a bad season again and look to continue on with our rebuild. So thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next time.